Yeah, I was so angry, you know. But like I said, I saw this clip this morning on Facebook about this gentleman and how his father did him all wrong, you know. Him and his sister up to the last minute when he died, he still didn't leave anything for them in the rail, even though he treated them like shit. And it broke my heart. Yeah, it broke my heart, you know. And that reminded me of myself. It really reminded me of myself growing up as a little girl. And I can remember I lived with my grandmother and she was so freaking mean. And she had me doing everything and she was so mean. And at one point, my mom come and see us, and my ribs were showing, my bones were showing. Most of the time, all I feed them was fruits or pear and stuff from the tree because she's so cheap. She don't like to feed us, you know, roast plantain or if you fry a chicken, you know, kill a chicken and fry it. You know, she fried crisp and tie it up and put them in. I wouldn't have no refrigerator. And she put a little piece like a saltfish she give up on the food. So I've been through a lot myself, and I can understand where we're coming from. You know, I never had a childhood. I never had a birthday. I never remember when my birthday come. Even now, I still don't remember my birthday come sometimes because I used to not having a birthday. I never had a birthday cake since I was born until this day, and I'm 41, and I still never had a birthday cake. I can't say where I get a gift, to be honest with you, you know. But I don't worry about these kind of things because they're not that important. You know, at this point in my life, it's not. I remember as a little girl growing up, I never had shoes, I never had clothes, I never had clips in my hair. All I had was freaking lice. You know, I when I went to my friend, she was older than I was, and I walk over the fence to the bushes to go see her, and she take her iron comb and press my hair. My mom beat me so bad in the square. I went to meet her from the market. I'm telling you. So when people talk about their life, they don't even know the half of my life. I thank God to be alive and to be here today. You know, because I was living with my grandmother. My mother come and she take me home. And my mother take me home to live with her. And the following day, I got raped by my big brother. And yes, I was 10 years old. Even till this day, sometimes I jump up my bed screaming. Nightmares. I went through hell when I was young. Okay? They used to call me ugly. They used to say I will never find a man when I grow up. You know, I remember one day when my brother Ark and spit in my face. And his spit was so black like a grease from a tire. And it smelled like a drunker could just pick me up. I was thinking it was all over my face. And I can't forget these things today. You know, I've been through a whole lot. I'm telling you. I had three other smaller sisters from me and a smaller brother. And when my mother left Jamaica, I was taking care of them. I would live in two small room and a big land. And most of the time when rain fall, we had to send bucket to catch the water. It wasn't easy not having clothes and shoes. People always look we down. And because a lot of us, they call us the dirty dozen. But most of all, when I was home, they looked me down. I had a lot of big brothers around. Everybody come and go. They come with their friend. They smoke weed. They hang out. They talk about girls. If I bring water from the river, they would use it. It's done. I have to go back and get it. When my mom come back from the market or some things, I would get beaten. I was like Cinderella. I always run off in the bushes and sing. And sing. And I always look up to the sky and say, one day I want to go to America. One day I want to be a singer. One day I want to be a movie star. I want to show them what I can do. And life was so rough with me. My mom get up one day and she told me she was leaving. After all that beating I was taken in front of her. One day my brother had a radio and I decided that I was going to take my voice in the radio. I just wanted to sing to see how it would sound in his tape, and I did. And he came home and said, who messed with it? And I said, I don't know. And he said, whose voice is that? And I said, I don't know. And he took a green mango and hit me in my eye. I could never forget when he told me to look through the window. And as I put my head through the window, he socked me in my eye with a mango. My eyeball almost popped. Because I wanted to be a singer. I was trying to see how I sound. One day I was making some curry chicken back in the backyard of a tree stone with some fire. And as I was trying the fire, I decided to taste it. And I take a little piece on the fork. A big brother of mine walk inside the yard and see me doing that. And he say, why are you eating out the meat? And I say, I'm not. I'm cooking it. I'm just tasting it, taking machete. And he beat me so bad on my back up till this day, I still have a mark on it. They tell me how ugly I was. And my brother was still raping me. At that time, I was like 11, 12. This was still going on. So I decided to tell a stranger I didn't have nobody to talk to. Because I tell my mom. And all she did just tell me to go ahead, and she didn't go and say anything. Then she say, You know, you gotta stop having sex with your sister. You go ahead and molest more of my sister. Up till this day, still living in Jamaica. You know, I say to myself, you know, I love my mom, and I would hope that she loved me, but I love her more than she loved me, I think. And I did not know my dad until I was like real old, 17. First time I met him one time, I was probably like 12. When she told me to tie my toe with a piece of white cloth so we could get on the bus because I have no shoes to see him. First, she asked me for a vision, and I tell her no, I didn't have a vision because I can dream things before it happened. And she said, let's go. And the first time I seen this man, you know, he have the same nose that I have, I knew it was my dad. But I didn't feel a connection anyway. Later on, he took my mom. My mom came here and leave us out there, decided to run away. I could no longer take care of my three sisters and my smaller brother, plus getting beaten and being raped. So I run away. My sister come and get me, and then she bring me to another community called Bybrook. I did not know the area at all. I did not know the place. But one of her friend died, so she decided to go to the setup. So she asked her sister-in-law, which is her husband's sister, to stay in the room with her. She had a young baby. So we all three went to sleep. In the middle of the night, in my sleep, I felt something, and by the time I tried to wake up, there was a man on top of me, and he got a knife in my throat. He said he's gonna rape me, and if I try to scream, he's gonna slit my throat. I tried to scream, I tried to search for this woman and this baby, but nobody in the room, just me and the man. And I'm wondering what the hell is happening. I still can't understand up till this day how it happened. And he rapes me, and I was trying to kick the buffet for the cockery. I can hear other people in the rest of the house. And it was so close, but yet so far away. And as I struggled for my life, he told me, I'm going to kill you. And he started strangling me as he raped me and ripped my clothes off. I couldn't do anything. I got up the next morning and I left the area. It was blood everywhere. I decided I did not know what to do. So I went back home to where I was abused. And I went far away in the bush. It's when my sister sent her husband to come and get me and said that she heard I was raped. So this lady have her husband who she's scared of, that she had a baby for. And because she's scared of him, and he's a bad guy and he's a murderer, he come and tell her to get out of the room so he can do what he got to do. And she's so afraid of him that she let him in and leave me to suffer or to die. So that was the situation of that. And as I struggle along life, I face it with bravery and strength. I'm not afraid anymore of anything or anyone. They try to break me, but they only make me stronger. They try to hate me, but that only made me love even more. Because I know God had a place for me in this world. And everything they do to me would never take my dignity and my pride away. They tell me I was so ugly I was not able to find a man. I wake up nothing. Like one day my brother said to me when he beat me so bad, he said, you one day is going to go to America. Maybe you're going to become a prostitute. And I turned to him and say, yeah, maybe. Maybe. But by then I will come back to Jamaica and I'm going to sweep your grave off. He had crashed and died in 1995. I went back to Jamaica in 1996. I went to the grave site and I said, I'm so sorry this happened this way. And I started to sweep his grave off and the wind was so rough blowing. All of a sudden the wind just blowing real rough. And as I go to bed and I try to close my eyes, I'm lying there and he appeared in the doorway with one finger with a warning to me. And I said, why is he wearing a yellow t-shirt and a tan pants? And my sister said, that's what he was died in. So life is like that. I'm too strong for anyone to break me, so don't even try.